Horizon League basketball is live on ESPN here today from Callahan Hall. The Detroit Mercy Titans take on the Green Bay Phoenix. Two teams looking to arch their way up in the Horizon League standings with a win here today. Two teams in different scenarios as well. One with 3 wins in a row and not a lot of gaps in between, but Detroit Mercy, this is the longest stretch that's going to be snapped here today without a game in Detroit Mercy history at 19, so they're happy to be on the floor.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they played, and it's tough on the coaches, it's tough on the team, but one thing we know for sure, they're well rested and should be ready to go here tonight.
Take a peek at players to watch first for Detroit Mercy. It's Noah Waterman. He had quite the game versus Oakland a couple weeks ago.
Noah Waterman, 6'11", small forward, play multiple positions, can really shoot the basketball from the outside. He's going to be a great addition this year. We haven't just got a chance to see a whole lot of him, but he gave Oakland all he could give him. Had a great game against them, so look forward to big things out of him tonight.
On the other side, it's Amari Davis. Boy, has he been hot this year all the way around, and he's shooting threes now. Where did that come from?
Amari Davis, not a good three-point shooter last year, struggled from that during the offseason, took that time to work on his game, able to knock down a jump shot, loves to take the ball to the basket, and the Titans got to be aware of him, averaging 17 points a game, and he can put up big numbers.
It's Thompson and Chris Brandon to take the tip at center court here. First time we've seen Chris Brandon start a game this year, and he's going to win it to Boy Coca. That's the first time Coca started and not taken the tip, but he's lost a couple this year, believe it or not, at 7'1". And Detroit Mercy will run things out there with Davis, Cool, Brandon, Frazier, and Coca in total. Davis trapped in the corner. They're picked off by Davis, trying to go coast to coast to begin things. Can't get the roll.
The Titans' timing will be a little bit off after all those games off. Green Bay played last week, and they're fresh, so it took Titans a little while to get going here.
Markel Frazier played just 11 minutes in the second game versus Oakland. Mike Davis said those back-to-backs are going to be tough on him just because of his hips. He had that surgery in the offseason.
Yeah, you can see they do a lot of work on him when he's on the sidelines. Make sure they keep him nice and loose. Titans are starting off in that zone defense. Has been really effective for them so far this year.
And they get the big lineup out there to begin the game. That's so tough against a team like Green Bay who doesn't have a lot of size. Look at that doubling action in the far corner. Two hawking hands right in front of Terrence Thompson is going to force them to take a timeout just a couple minutes into this game.
And I'm sure they want to make the adjustments to this zone defense. They see right away that that can be a problem for them. They're calling a timeout and try to make sure they're running their zone offense against it and know where to get the basketball at and not let it get out of hand.
It was Davis, Pipe, Stieber, Claflin, and Thompson on the other side starting for Green Bay. And this has been a team that's been very successful, obviously, in their last 3. They're 3-1 in their last 4 overall. But they have run out Davis, Stieber, Claflin, and Thompson in that stretch, and they like what they see out of a very young group.
Some young players out on the court. They played a tough preseason schedule, though. They played some good teams. Didn't win a game until a couple of weeks ago. Beat Oakland 2 times, and coach got his first 3 wins, and they're feeling pretty confident coming in here.
Long bomb pass as Stieber circles it outside for Amari Davis. And this is staying with Green Bay. Just 6 seconds left to shoot as the Titans trying to make a defensive stop.
And they're saying that ball went off of Davis' shoulder. The whole team's reference to that, but they're pretty excited in the zone defense, and it's a lot of length.
Spinning 3 by Pipes, gets it to go along 2, I beg your pardon.
Pipes can really shoot that outside shot, and that's another guy that they really got to watch out for. He's had some big games this year as well, because great perimeter shooter.
Frazier calls for the screen here. Nine seconds to shoot. Davis wants to lead the offense now. 5 to shoot. Jacks one up. And swiping into midair there is Davis as he looks to push.
Davis has been looking to find the range on his shot this season. That shot was right on the lip of the rim and off, and he's going to continue to keep putting them up there till he gets back into rare form.
Good ball movement here. The Titans are right on it, though, in that far corner. It's Coca and Brandon slinging to the near side and ripping the net for the second time is Amari Davis. He has all 6.
Late in the rotation that time. Boy, it was late getting over there to try to block that shot.
Check that. Pipes and Davis each have a 3. Very similar skill sets, though,
Yeah,
between those two guys, and they were number 1 and number 2 on this team. Willie Isiani gonna see some early action.
Well, those are the guys that they're gonna look to try to get the ball to in that zone. Those are zone busters, guys that can shoot that outside shot, and you got to be on time on your rotations and not give them wide open looks.
Quick pass to Willie, gonna lead Antoine now. Still 16 seconds on the shot clock. Bull cool, little jab step move to the basket, circle out of his hands. Davis again is gonna pick it off. Looking to move ultra quick through the baseline there, and the Titans will get a kill defensively that time. Frazier got a heavy ball handling load to begin this game just 3 minutes in. Isiani has not shot the basketball a lot this year, and he's going to get called for a moving screen.
And that's a good call by the officials that time. Willie wasn't set. He was on the move. You can see right here, bringing the ball across, and Willie's just not getting himself there in time to get position, and was called for the foul.
Stieber, the 6'3" recipient of that offensive foul on the other end here for Green Bay. He's been very good for this team. They like what he brings to the table. Claflin receives the ball to the near side, just shutters in and out. Nice skying rebound by Brandon as the Titans look to push. Antoine, some crossovers on the interior. Brandon scoops it back down. Davis was open. To the elbow he goes and rips it.
Davis is right on point with those shots. All of them are right around the rim that time. Chris Brandon doing a good job of getting them a second possession, and he was able to knock that one down.
The misses are very slim at this point for Antoine Davis. I mean, we saw, what, 4 or 5 rim out in the last couple home stretches for this team. Sticking with it, though, as he shot it much better versus Oakland in Game 2, which seems like a month ago, doesn't it? The lob for Brandon picked off by Claflin as he leans it to Davis.
Claflin did a good job of reading at that time and not allowing that lob to get there. He got back and got up in the air and was able to bring the ball back to Green Bay.
Green Bay 2 of 4, Titans 1 of 4 early on. Stieber trying to add to that as Isiani stretches out.
You look for Stieber to be a big-time outside shooter, but last game he was able to knock down that shot from the perimeter, and yeah, he's feeling confident about it. I'm sure you'll see him take some of those here tonight.
They want him to shoot more. He's done a great job passing the basketball this year. 43 assists to just 15 turnovers for a freshman. That's outstanding. Cool gets it on the near side.
Cool's been one of their consistent players this year. He's put up some serious numbers early in the season right now, and then he's able to knock down that outside shot, especially with this big lineup. He gets an opportunity to have free range from the perimeter.
Claflin sees that one bottle out of play as the Titans will get it back. Defensive stalemate, a lot of missed shots early on. 6-5 Phoenix. Welcome back to Callahan Hall, everyone. The Titans haven't fared all too well in this matchup in the last 16. They've dropped 14 of 16 to Green Bay. They trailed the overall series 34-26. 6-5 Phoenix with 15 minutes left to play in the opening half. Titans 2 of 5 from the floor. Green Bay also 2 of 5.
Like I mentioned, it's going to take a little time for them to really try to get themselves going here. That's a long layoff and no games. I'm sure they had some decent practice, but nothing like game experience out here. And I know they're happy to be back in the mix right now.
During the break, they were checking whether PJ Pipe's shot was a long 2 or a 3. They confirmed it was a 3. The official went up with just the one hand, as you normally see the two hands go up on 3. That's why I said 2, but they confirmed everything and decided to keep the score where it is, 6-5.
Well, they usually give you the signal.
Cool. Well behind. Drains it there after being hit as well.
He hit the ground. He's tried to draw that foul on that three-point shot, but he's been pretty consistent out there shooting that shot from the perimeter.
He's got 6 points off 2 of 2 from three-point land early on in this one. Josh Jefferson, their version of Vinnie Johnson, into the game here. And a long three on the other end by PJ Pipes. It's a three-point launch party right now between these two teams.
Green Bay's definitely got the outside shooting between Pipes and Davis, and now Jefferson entered the game, another guy that can knock down that perimeter shot.
Cool barreling. And an armbar foul against Amari Davis. He was confused. He said, what? To the official on the near side. It's Scott Seville, Jerry Scherzinger, and James Curran here today.
Well, cool with the long arms at 6'7", and yeah, it's tough for defenders to be on him. He long arms and rangy and can really shoot the ball from the outside.
He had a career-high 6 made threes against Oakland in Game 1. Waterman looking for his first shot, attacks to the basket, instead counted and one.
Well, Waterman doing a good job that time. Nice up fake that time, driving the ball to the basket and took it up with some strength and authority and was able to draw the foul. And one.
Started last game, played 28 minutes, comes off the bench here today.
Well, he's definitely interesting at that size. You can see his ball handling skill on that last play. He can put the ball on the floor. You can see here the nice up fake and him getting to the basket with that. And you know, he's a difficult guard with that size and that athleticism.
Catch and shoot. Bingo again for three. It's Amari Davis once again.
It's Green Bay showing that ability to knock down that outside shot.
Talked a lot about it a little bit in the open. Amari Davis 0 for 8. That's it. From three-point attempts last year, he already has 16 makes, including today this season. And now Waterman answers.
And Waterman showing you a little variety right there. Nice pump fake on the first one. That time a catch and shoot. Successful on both attempts.
14-12 Titans as they go back and forth. 7 combined three-point makes between these two teams early on. Davis scattering in off the back of the iron, and Matt Johnson, who's also recently checked in, will rebound that. And a good rebounding guard for the Titans this year. Davis, strong take.
Well, that's been one bright spot for Davis thus far this year, taking the ball to the basket. He's taking it with a lot more authority he has in the last couple years, and he's been finishing and getting to the basket.
16-12. The other Davis, we'll say that all night long probably, is cool, pushes it here. Antoine trying to surpass Terry Tyler for third all time in Titans scoring. That one outside and a three-point make by Isiani.
Terry Tyler, that's a great Titan name right there. Outstanding years here.
Just keeps going on the all-time scoring list. Been in the area to break 3 or 4 this season already. Cool. Scrapping it out to Waterman, and he is hounded and fouled underneath the basket there. Titans trying to extend this lead. It's 19-12 midway through the first. That'll be immediate. Timeout. Take a peek at your Horizon League standings coming into play here today. Cleveland State, how about the Vikings? 8-0. Big battle with Wright State here today, who checks in third at 6-2. That's one to certainly watch, but that's a Cleveland State team that competed with Ohio State. They had that one, fluke, I guess, versus Ohio when Ohio went on the crazy 40-0 run or whatever it was, but boy, Dennis Gates has his team playing really well right now.
Playing great basketball. As you know, the Horizon League is a league where, you can shift in and out of positions and teams can win. You can be in last place and end up in third place in a matter of a couple of weeks.
Davis going to heave that one into Willie Isiani. Antoine gets it back. I want to correct myself. He's looking for 7th in career total points to pass Terry Tyler on his next bucket, not 3rd. Nonetheless, in the middle of your junior year, that's an impressive feat. Outside Isiani, another catch and shoot. He loves to do that as Stieber makes sure to end that possession. Jefferson into Paris Taylor.
Oh, that was a good move by Paris Taylor that time. I don't know if he was able to see the rim, though. He was covered up. He brought it down by his waist and was able to catch the glass on that one.
Amari Davis with 6, PJ Pipes with 6, and now Taylor with 2 to make it 19-14. Bo Cool has been hot early on, 4 points. 6 points, check that. Dumps it off the right side and pulled down once again by Terrence Thompson. Over the top for Jefferson as they slow things down. This is a much different team this year. Green Bay probably would have scored 10 seconds ago if it was last year. That's what Link Darner loved to do.
He had that up and down RP40.
Manny Ansong gets his first basket here today with some help from the iron. It's Thompson, Stieber, Jefferson, Taylor, and Ansong out there for Green Bay. It's thrown well over the head. Out of play, and a early turnover here for Detroit Mercy. These are 2 of the better teams in taking care of the basketball, but not so much here today. 6 already for the Titans and 4 for Green Bay.
I would think you're going to see a lot more turnovers out of the Titans just for the fact that they haven't had an opportunity to play, and they'll be sloppy offensively this first game.
They'd love to get off on the right foot, though, wouldn't they?
No question.
Feels like a new season, how long they haven't played. Thompson off for Jefferson, puts it behind his back. Waterman stretching out at the last second. Nice job by Coca to box out 23 on the other end. Ansong. Davis scrambles to the baseline. Johnson loves to catch and shoot as well, and he doesn't disappoint on the 3.
He can knock that shot down. Anytime he catches and get his feet together, you can just about count it.
Ansong uncontrolled a little bit to the hoop that time. Poked by Brandon, poked again. Ends up in the hands of Antoine Davis. Here come the Titans flashing quickly down the floor. Brandon converts.
Matt doing a good job that time of drawing the attention to him and dishing that off for an easy layup for Chris Brandon underneath.
6 of the 9 Titans have already scored in this basketball game. 4 scorers on the other end for Green Bay, and another turnover. Johnson. Nice conversion on the other end.
Johnson's with those long arms, man. It's like a lot of times he's going to the basket. All of a sudden he just stretches out and is able to use those arms to get it in the basket.
He has 5. Davis takes a tumble, leaves Jefferson open, and more often than not, he's going to do just that. 40% three-point shooter at his first Division I stop. Had a redshirt last year, shooting 35% this year. 20th make of the year right there for Josh Jefferson. A guy they're bringing off the bench. He's been a little bit banged up. Well, Ryan has said as much. Hey, I'm open to bringing you back in the starting lineup, but we're going to keep things just the way they are right now. 3 and 1 in our last 4.
Right, and he's really been bringing the energy. Some big shots he hit down the stretch for Oakland. So yeah, he likes the way things are said. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Don't try to fix it.
Titans have Brandon, Frazier, Coca, Waterman, and Johnson out there. It's Davis, Claflin, Pipes, Thompson, and Jefferson. Both of these 2 coaches subbing pretty freely to begin this game. That's not a surprise for Mike Davis. He wants to keep them fresh because of the back-to-backs, but also because they haven't played in so long, as you mentioned earlier.
Matt doing a great job that time of stepping up, taking a charge right there, sacrificing his body underneath the basket. Right here, you can see the drive. He's got a clear path right there. Matt's getting his position and taking all of it there. And coaches always love to see their players step up and sacrifice. Matt doing a great job that time.
What does that feel like?
You gotta be a man.
Brace yourself.
A lot of guys don't like to do it, but you gotta be a man. You gotta step up.
Frazier to Coca. That's exactly what they want, and the bench reacts with a smile.
Tell you what, Coca stretched out on that one. I don't know how high he got off the ground, but he definitely stretched out to throw that one down at 7 feet.
Like a hawk. Jefferson trying to find an answer. They double pinballed, and it's Detroit Mercy basketball already up 8. With 7:36 to go, we head to a timeout. Boy, Coca getting into the lob game. More when we get back.
See a little pick and roll action right there with Matt and Coca. He's stretching out high on that one right above the rim. And if you just throw it up there with those long arms and the length that he got, and he went up and got that one and threw it down with some authority.
Boy, everybody under 6 foot watching right now is like, man, why is that so easy for him?
Well, great pick and roll action that time. He set the screen and rolled straight to the basket. Textbook, and was able to throw it up there and throw it down. They like to get a lot more of that going on with him.
Well, there's been 2 constants in this game. 3-point makes, 6 for Green Bay, 5 for Detroit Mercy, and turnovers, 7 for each side. A little surprising to see from Green Bay, not so much for the Titans. On the season it is, but you take the circumstances. Cool. Lunging that one to the outside, just in desperation, trying to get it to Johnson, and it's turned over.
Anytime you jump in the air, that can be a problem. He was up there and had nowhere to go with it that time, and he had to get rid of it before he hits the ground. And Mike Davis is still trying to figure some rotations out here. He's playing a lot of guys in and out, and they really haven't had a chance to have a whole lot of practice and a lot of games to really determine which guys they're going to stick with.
8-point lead for Detroit Mercy. Ansong gets it to Jefferson, tipped away, and another steal here by Detroit Mercy. Davis puts on the brakes, and the Titans will set it up here. And this is what they want to do, make sure they get some passes off, get a high-quality shot, something that Green Bay loves to do as well. Cool! Knocks it down and one!
That time you saw Davis with options right there. They had the pick and roll situation on one side and a screen down. Where he was able to come up and catch the ball. And Bull, right here, you see the pick and roll, the rolls on the other side. But there's Bull Cool right there, wide open for the shot.
Titans coming in just 31% from the 3-point line. This is about a best of stretch we've seen them shoot the basketball from it. They're 6 of 8 to begin things here. Bull Cool is 3 of 3. And just like that, it's a 12-point lead. Claflin catch and shoot himself, and he says, anything you can do, I can do better.
Claflin's going to knock that shot down. That rotation's got to be a little bit quicker out of the zone, getting there to those shooters.
Davis, Cool, Coca, Frazier, Brandon out there. Brandon seeing a lot more extended playing time here today. Looks for a pick there from Frazier. Tipped, and Stieber will come up with it. This Green Bay offense trying to put something together. Jefferson, 3-ball. Gosh, nobody can miss right now from 3.
Wasn't Jefferson can really knock that shot down. Chris Brandon had a hand right in his face that time. He still was able to put it down.
Green Bay now 8 of 11 from the long line. Covering the Titans quite well defensively now. Antoine, deep 3 himself off the interior, and good scrappy rebound by Donovan Moore, the Toledo transfer. Down the avenue goes Moore, redirected by Cool or Brandon there. They combined on the stop, and here come the Titans again. Davis against PJ Pipes. Screen by Coca there. Shot clock halfway down. Cool again, falling down, and he's going to get 3 shots.
He does a good job of hitting that floor. If there's anybody anywhere around him, he's able to draw it right there. Player with a hand up right on him. As soon as he releases the basketball and feel a little bit of contact down to the floor, he's able to draw the contact.
Well, Will Ryan says that's a flop on the near side. Third time we've seen Cool fall to the floor. Got a call 2 times.
They can get you for flopping, right? Is that
they can, yeah. They'll give you a warning and then basically
technical results in the technical foul. So you have to be careful. But the contact was there. If you get hit or you get touched, you're allowed to fall down.
New rule last year in terms of flopping. This is his first 2 as Waterman and Isiani check in.
Well, I guess it may have been a flop then, because the ball don't lie. As Rasheed Wallace says, the ball definitely don't lie.
How did that start with Rasheed?
Well, Rasheed was on the referees all the time, and when they make a bad call, he's like, you may lie, but the ball don't lie.
The king of technicals. It's funny how synonymous it's become, though.
And he would yell it out loud and let everybody know it.
Titans hawking defensively here, and a block off the basketball against Frazier. Well, check that Isiani.
See Green Bay mixing things up a little bit. They'll go man-to-man for a little while. They'll pop back into their zone. They're doing a lot of things to try to keep you off balance when on their side. And the Titans sticking straight with the zone.
Points in the paint 10-2. Detroit Mercy, so that's showing. Pipes for 3. Boinked high off the iron as Waterman nearly lost the handle. But Davis in perfect position as the Titans chug up the floor again. Antoine, another late pass. Waterman is wide open. That goes more often than not.
Waterman's showing that he can really knock that outside shot down.
9 from him, 11 from Bol Cool, 6 from Pipes, and 6 from Jefferson. Jefferson trying to make it 9, and Cool will end the possession. Titans out rebounding them early on as well, 12-7. Looking for something, and a kick ball. All of a sudden, Green Bay has gone a little dry. Maybe just because the Titans are shooting so well. 62% from the floor compared to 43 on the other end. Welcome back to Dick Vitale Court at Callahan Hall.
Dickie V.
Earl the Twirl, baby, right?
Young and fresh right there, Dickie V.
He's still bringing the energy, though, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's going to always be prepared and always give you everything he's got. Every time he's on the air, you know that voice when you hear it.
19 combined players have played in this game. 13 have scored already between these two teams.
Well, both teams are doing a lot of subbing. Well, you just mentioned to me, Jeremy, about that 4-minute rule. Let's see who's going to win this 4-minute ball game right now.
Titans more often than not in this year have not. This feels a bit different. 10-point advantage, but we'll see what happens. Jefferson off for Kirchman there. They'll slow it back down. 9 seconds to shoot. Pipes has 6 today. Now 4 to shoot. Spins around in desperation, and Isiani will pick it off.
I'll tell you, that zone defense has really been effective for the Titans. They've been able to force a lot of things out of that. That length seems to bother teams a whole lot.
It's 9 turnovers now for Green Bay. Titans have 8, and another illegal screen on Isiani. Second and basically that same spot here on the near wing.
It's pretty much timing with that, and Willie, he uses, in the past he's done a good job of getting out there and setting the screens, and that time just a little off in his timing in terms of setting that screen, because he's actually a good screener. I mean, we saw him do that earlier in the season, but got there late twice in the first half of this game.
Something he's worked on coming into this year. Getting a lot more minutes here today than we've seen in the last 5 or so for Willie. He was averaging nearly 38, 39 to begin the year, but pieces came back and they're trying to figure things out. In tight, hook shot, got it to go.
Man, that was a tough shot that time, boy. He was able to get it over the top.
Kirchman has not played much this year, just 10 minutes a game, averaging 2.5 points and 2 rebounds a game. Man from Turkey, Three by Waterman, his second make of the game.
Man, Waterman, he's automatic from those corners right there. You know, he's feet together, shoot that ball from out there at 6'11".
Titans now 8 of 12 from three here tonight. Long three on the other end. Jefferson, my goodness.
Well, that's the hired gun that comes in off the bench right there, and he answered the bell on that one.
You see why they're excited about him coming off the bench now. All it took is to be banged up a little bit and miss some games to realize maybe that's his best position. Late pass for Coca as Johnson nearly buried himself out of bounds.
Scared Coca with that one. He wasn't expecting that pass.
Stripped, 2-on-1 going the other way. Johnson bobbled, swings it to Davis, and a travel.
Yeah, he just lost the handle on that one. Had a nice 2-on-1 that time and lost control of the basketball.
The 11th turnover now for the Titans, 10 on the Green Bay side. Turnovers were a problem for really the first time this year for the Titans against Oakland. They had a good amount in game one. It was even after game two, 14-14. Overall, they did a pretty good job of making some adjustments in that game from game one to game two.
Yes, no doubt about it. And that's what this series, you know, when you got two games, the first game you can look at things, evaluate them, and you get another shot the next night. That's the good thing about playing a team 2 times back to back.
I imagine there's going to be a lot of splits when we look at the Horizon League schedule in these type of formats as the year goes on. Already has been. Cool, another catch and shoot. Boy, he's laser pinpoint here today.
Between him and Waterman, both of those guys have been right on point here in the first half, and that was a big bucket that time by Cool.
Cool in his first year to graduate transfer for Detroit Mercy, scoring 15 a game. Committing a foul here. That's only going to be the 4th on Detroit Mercy, though. 7 on Green Bay.
Boy, Cool just a little late getting into those passing lanes that time and thought he could get there to get that steal and ran right into him.
42-31, a $111 left to play in half number one. Stieber guarded by Davis. PJ pipes with another ripping three through the hands of Ansong, and it will fly Detroit Mercy's way.
Fortunate on that one, no box out on that play, and they just missed the tap in. The Titans dodged the bullet on that one.
Doing a pretty good job of neutralizing the athleticism of 23 here today. Transfer from Will Ryan's old school, Wheeling Jesuit. He coached just 1 season there at the Division II level after being a head coach at the Division I level for a long time. Stops at Ohio and North Dakota State. And another offensive foul, this time against Davis. That's the 3rd we've seen on the Titans here today. How about this, Earl? Davis with 6 assists.
He's moving the ball around. He's not looking to really take a lot of shots. He's trying to get them into their offense, and you know, he's getting some other parts of his games going since his shot's been off.
Does have 5 turnovers. That's going to be something he's going to want to limit in the second half, and Detroit Mercy takes it back, but everybody's going to want to limit the turnovers, how this has gone in the first.
Well, when you get those many days off in between games and you come back, your time and everything's nothing's going to be really sharp, you know, and coming back after a 17-day layoff.
Titans trying to tick down as much time as they can. Shot clock to game clock is just a couple seconds in between. 42-31 they lead. It's Waterman, Davis, Frazier, Coca, and Cool to finish this first half. 4 to shoot. Davis going to trigger now. Gets his man to bite. Tipped up in the air, and that is how the first half will end. But a foul. A foul is called, and Frazier will have a chance to extend the lead at the line.
We've seen Frazier. He's clever around the basket down there. He causes problems with big guys. I mean, he plays like a forward underneath the basket. He's guard size, but he'll get in there and mix it up. He was able to draw the foul that time.
2 assists, 2 steals, and a rebound.
And the Titans are doing a good job in those last 4 minutes, and that's important. You want to, when you work hard in the first half of a ball game to build up a lead, you don't want to let that lead go in the last 3 or 4 minutes of the ball game. And the Titans have really, here these last 4 minutes did an excellent job of extending that 10-point lead.
2 4/10 back on the clock as Frazier rips both, 44-31. Stieber with a long heave. Boy, looked like it went through the glass there. Behind the hoop it rains, and that's a pretty good half for Detroit Mercy, especially against a hot team who's won 3 in a row. 44-31, the Detroit Mercy lead. Your thoughts?
Well, they got a lot of young players on this team. We know that they're going to make some adjustments the second half. The zone defense was really great for the Titans through the first half. Our Titans had a turnover problem. I'm sure they're going to address that. Mike Davis will be talking about that in the locker room and some of the mistakes they had. But they want to come out and extend this lead early in the second half and see if they can put this team away.
They shot 62.5% in the first. Green Bay, not too bad, 44%. Both of these teams each making 9 3-point baskets. Earl Cureton back with you here from historic Callahan Hall. Take a look at some of the numbers. They were plentiful in the shooting department, weren't they?
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, the outside shooting of Waterman and Cool in the first half was pretty much the Titans' story. They were able to knock down those shots, and then Jefferson coming in. I mentioned Davis with 6 points, shooting the ball in pipes with 6, but then Jefferson come off and knock down 9 off the bench. The bench scoring has been really interesting too, because both teams' bench has been really productive for them. So we'll look here in the second half to see who gets off at the beginning. The Titans took a sizable lead, into halftime, and they want to try to build on that.
Davis, Frazier, Cool, Coca, and Brandon, the original 5 out there for Mike Davis's team. It's Davis, Claflin, Pipes, Thompson, and Stieber for Green Bay. Mari Davis has 6 points. Started out pretty hot and then didn't see the openings as the half wore on because of this length you're seeing right now as Frazier hustles. A lot going on there.
Well, the Titans doing a good job of making those rotations in the zone that time, and they've been causing havoc with it the whole game and able to force a turnover on the first possession with Green Bay. The Titans forced that turnover.
Antoine Davis, 6 assists, 5 turnovers in that first half. Just 4 points. Looking to improve upon that. Shy as Stieber pulls it down. He's usually a high assist, low turnover guy. He's got 3 assists and no turnovers in this one. Came in 41 assists to 15 turnovers. Well, Ryan says, hey, he's like another coach out on the floor. They've nicknamed him Remix because he'll often change plays out there. And Will says, just run them for now how I've drawn them up. But I like your thinking, when these guys learn the playbook, we can start to do that.
That's pretty good. He sees things differently and he makes the adjustments. When you can do that, as long as it works, the coach will let you get away with that.
The 6'3" redshirt freshman guard out of Green Bay, Wisconsin, went to Southwest High School. He was named a top defender in the state by the Wisconsin Sports Network. High praise as well. Pipes quick pass and a slam by Terrence Thompson down low.
That's an example of what Green Bay wants to do. They know they got to get the ball inside the gut of that zone, and they moved it around and was able to get it inside and slam dunk underneath.
First basket that Thompson has attempted. Tight weaving here. The lob for Brandon, who explodes down the iron.
Man, and that's what we saw a lot of that out of Chris Brandon last year. And when he gets going, he's an exciting basketball player. Never had a whole lot of the penetration, the nice pass. Brandon's up so high that time. He was able to do anything he wanted with it. He threw it down with some authority, though. But he's a guy that can really go up there and get it. And he was fouled on that play.
Couldn't tell, could you?
No, you couldn't. He didn't feel it. He was up so high. I couldn't even see where the foul came from.
Does that indication ever come right before it happens, or is it always usually design play that you know you're coming out and doing that?
Well, they'll look to see if it'll develop in, pick and roll situations. The point guard is the one that's going to make the decision off of that, or either you see people cutting to the basket in penetration situations and you throw it up there. The timing's always got to be right on it. It's a risky play. The coaches love it when it work, and they look at you crazy when it don't. So.
You really did that? Davis through the legs, trying to flip one to Coca maybe that time.
Well, he saw him on the roll, but a little bit too late right there. Another turnover there with Davis.
Green Bay could use a basket here, down 13, blocked by Coca. Didn't take much.
Playing a little volleyball with that one, huh? Yeah. I'm sure Davis is having a tough time offensively. Here you can see the length of him. The shooter can not really tell, what's going on right there. That was a spike over the net. Yeah.
Got it down for the kill. 46-33. Ansong, nice for 2.
Nice move. Use the rim to protect him. Onto the other side to get the shot blocker away from him and laid it in nice that time.
Manny first approached Will Ryan when he knew he was taking the job, and he was a little bit cautious, I guess, about transferring at first. But Will Ryan thought, yes, you could play Division I basketball. Your athleticism, your knack for the game. As Cool answers on the other end.
Now, we saw a lot of that out of Cool early in the season before they got the bigs. That he's got an inside game too, but boy, has he knocked down that jump shot in the first half of this ball game. There he's showing his inside ability.
16 points, 4 of 4 from 3, 5 of 6 from the field all put together. The extra pass to Davis, spun out again to Frazier, and the Titans in transition will slow it down. They've done that more often than not here today. 48-35, Detroit Mercy. Cool thought about it. Content to dribble some more shot clock down here. Good ball movement. That's something that has improved here today. An emphasis in practice in the couple days that the full Detroit Mercy team could this week. And that's the thing. You think it wasn't, they're starting again Monday. It was the guys who were coming off quarantine, which was a majority of the team. They only allowed 6 players via contact tracing after the staff member tested positive last week to practice continually after that mental pause. So only 6 guys practiced all last week and up until Tuesday, and everybody was back on Wednesday and trying to prepare for this Friday game.
Yeah, that's difficult. Team and the players, I mean, it's just difficult to go through that. It's not what coaches are accustomed to, that's for sure.
Just from a Bear shooting standpoint, it's impressive they've done what they've done here today. A lot of those guys didn't have an opportunity to shoot much during that break. Davis, line drive, you bet.
And that's what we saw a whole lot of last year. We're looking for him to have that breakout game where he gets back to knocking those shots down. But he's learning how to do some other things, that's for sure. 7
points, 7 assists now for Antoine. Ansong out to PJ Pipes, thought about it. Stieber gonna line one up and get it to go.
I tell you, Stieber is getting more and more confident. That jumper looks good from out there. I mean, I know he likes to pass the basketball, but when he's open, he can drill that.
His first make here tonight, just 1 of 3, 3 assists and a block. 51-40, Detroit Mercy. Johnson dribbling this one out. Coca battling outside. Johnson for 3 in front of Stieber.
Well, Johnson off the dribble that time, and that's a part of his game that I like to see him pick up, to be able to create, to make shots, and they go back to that 1-3-1 zone.
Now Pipes trying to answer, does just that. PJ Pipes with his first in a while. He has 9.
Well, Pipes is a guy you can't run at. You got to be in his face when he catches the basketball. If you're running at him, you're too late. He'll knock that shot down.
They had him handle the basketball a lot more to begin the year, and they've since got him off that with Stieber playing as well as he has, because they think he's his best when his feet are set, and he can do just that. A foul against Green Bay. It's their first here in the second half. 54-43 Titans. It's Horizon League basketball on ESPN. 54-43. The Detroit Mercy lead here. Turnovers have been tamed a bit more here in this second half. They're 14 to 13 overall.
Yeah, despite the fact we've been talking about the layoffs and all those things, the shooting here has been it's been pretty outstanding from that three-point line here. You just mentioned that, you know, you put multiple clips together of guys shooting these three-pointers from both teams.
22 attempts, 11 makes for Green Bay. 16 attempts, 11 makes for Detroit Mercy. Green Bay came in at 34%. Detroit Mercy 31% from three. Just 2 to shoot. Has to here. Hoffs up. Oh.
Wow. He's been entertaining from that three-point line, boy. That one right there, desperation. The guy in his face, everything. Turned around and he knocked it down.
He's been some kind of locked in today. 19 for Cool. His 5th three-point make. He's got no misses.
Well, there's Davis showing that ability to get inside, and that's what he's really good at, is those floaters and scoring around the basket.
Antoine into the corner. Out there with Cool, Isiani, Johnson, and Waterman here for Detroit Mercy. 9 to shoot. Davis, nice scoop and score.
Davis doing a good job shilling his man off that time and using the glass.
But that's like what Detroit Mercy wants to see. Showed it a little bit in the last game as well. Shot it better versus Oakland. Have it be an efficient 18, 25, 30 points, but also, you know, see 7, 8, 9, 10 assists would be a big lift for this team. Trouble there on the left baseline. Stieber trying to tuck it in. Got it right back to Davis. He says, thank you, I'll nail the three.
He's looking to try to get that jump shot going. Struggled, I'm sure, you know, with all the different rotations. If you're the point guard, then, you know, you gotta get used to playing with a whole lot of different people with the Titans right now.
His first make of the second half from long range. He's 2 of 5, 5 of 10, all put together for 12 points. Good ball movement here by Green Bay. Ansong to an open pipe, scatters inside. Good decision as he got the friendly roll. 62-47. Green Bay hanging around. I'm sure Mike Davis would just like to see a blowout here in the second half if his team could do it.
Well, you can see the way he's screaming at them on defense, and he, you know, they're missing the defensive assignments, and he's letting them know.
Another one splashed home, starting to feel it. Came in just 17% from three-point range, 11 for 65. At home, he's been a little better, 22.5%. That will get even better after today if he keeps doing what he's doing. You can see a little bit more confident even with his ball handling. Can't get the roll.
That was right on the lip of the rim right there. He's trying to get it going. That would have been a first stress of 3 in a row for him, but that one came off.
Detroit Mercy shot 63% in the first half. They're now shooting 73% in a smaller sample size, obviously, 8 of 11, but still. Green Bay hasn't shot too bad themselves, 54%, but it hasn't been enough, especially given the halftime score. And the Titans have performed well with a slow transition game so far here today.
Well, Green Bay back into a man-to-man defense right now, and they're back and forth between zone and man-to-man.
Waterman wide open. Money.
And that's what they're looking for. I tell you what, the perimeter shooters have been putting up. Titans, first time this year we've seen them this fired up.
How about the quiet 15 off 5 of 6 and 4?
Well, this is what a hot shooting night for the Titans it looked like. Woku with the clock running down, man all over him. He's able to drain it from out there, and that's what it's been looking like in Titan territory here as the 3 points have been raining.
15 of 21 today. It's the most threes they've made this year. 14 was the most before today. That was in their last game against Oakland. They were 14 of 31. They've made 10, 12, and 11 prior.
The Titans sticking with this zone. It's been successful. They've been working, a lot of conversation out there. They've been forcing turnovers and making the rotations on it.
Well, one way to try to snap a 3-game winning streak is by shooting 67% from the floor throughout a whole game, and that's what Detroit Mercy is doing right now.
A lot of time left. Got to continue to keep doing the things that they're doing that's got them here.
Davis has heated up in this second half, has 15, fading away, and everything is going through right now.
He's feeling it. He's trying to really get it going here against Green Bay.
On a string that time. He's 7 of 13 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3 to go along with 7 assists. Davis thinks about it. Amari has 8 here tonight. Jefferson, Tuck out for Schaefer, who checks in. Deep ball for Davis with 6 on the clock. Isiani trying to tip it. They end up with it, though, to the Phoenix. A wild shot and a foul on the floor as Kirchman threw up a brick, but that foul is going to go against Detroit Mercy. That's Isiani, his 4th already, only the first on Detroit Mercy here in the second half, I beg your pardon. 9:08 to play in the ball game. It's a commanding 70-47 lead for the home squad here today. Well, they love Willie, and I'm sure they love that score as well. 70-47. Somebody must have brought that sign in. That is usually sported in that corner, who ever does normally.
They snuck it up there. They couldn't come to the game, so they sent a message.
Open shot for Jefferson. Boy, does Green Bay need one here in the second half. They're just 7 of 18.
Well, they got it to the right guy. That one just didn't go down. He was wide open on that shot, too. The Titans don't want to leave him wide open.
Jefferson stuck on 9 points. They spread their scoring about. They just haven't scored in bunches like this Titans team has. 17 for Davis, 19 for Cool, 15 for Waterman, 8 for Johnson. That's some good balanced scoring. And those aren't the only ones. Brandon has 4. Frazier and Coca have a couple. Isiani has 3. Willie on the bench after he picked up his 4th foul before the break.
Well, all these guys are playing similar minutes here. I looked at that. I mean, the coaches are doing a good job of distributing the time amongst almost 10 players here.
Johnson thought about it. Shot clock down to 6 now. Matt pulling up inside, and he gets it to go.
And once again, it was good to see Matt putting the ball on the floor and able to create and knock that shot down.
He's got 10 points now and 3 rebounds to go along with a couple assists and a block. He's got a steal as well. Chris Brandon picks up another rebound. This one going right back to Green Bay. Titans have out-rebounded the Phoenix 23-15 on the game.
And doing a better job with that zone. We've seen some trouble with the rebounding because guys are kind of scattered inside the zone. But today, they've been doing it by committee and getting in there and not giving them one-and-dones.
Thompson, good feed, and answering is Kirchman on the other end. Jem Kirchman, 6'8" freshman out of Bursa, Turkey.
It's a very young Green Bay team. A lot of freshmen, but they're making some good contributions. Struggling a little bit here tonight, but these guys have been playing well.
Kirchman is one of the few that Will Ryan actually brought here because he got the job late, taking over for Link Darner. Him, Colin Schaefer, and Ansong are all players he brought over. And Ansong was probably an easy sell because he played with his head coach last year at the Division II level.
Well, he believed in him. He knew what those guys could do, and he's giving them a shot here at this level.
Davis with a quick pass to PJ Pipes. He felt that one was going by his reaction after the release. His 4th three-point make. He's got 14 to lead Green Bay. Just 7 minutes left in this one. Biggest lead of the year here for Detroit Mercy, trying to extend it. Waterman steps to his left. Good job by Johnson. His 4th rebound here today. Stripped out of his hands, and he draws a foul that time.
Yeah, the Titans got a good group of rebounding guards. You know, you see guys like Matt get in there, he'll grab rebounds. Frazier can rebound. You know, they can get it done on the boards, and the guards have got a lot to do with it.
And that's dangerous given you've added 6'7", 6'8", 7'1" to the lineup this year, paying dividends for Mike Davis's team here tonight. 75-53, the Titans lead here. Jeremy Otto back alongside Earl Cureton to bring you the call here tonight.
The Titans are getting it to come together. They got a lot of contributions from different people right now. Guys are coming in and they're playing basketball, and it's pretty good for a team that's been out for all of these days now. But everybody's coming in, and that shows that they really was ready to get back on the court and play basketball. They had time to think about it.
Scrappy line by this man here today. 10 points, efficient shooting, 4 of 5. His first free throw make there. He's got 5 rebounds. He seems to pick up rebounds in big spots, doesn't he?
Yeah, he'll get in and he'll mix it up. Frazier's another guy that can do similar things down there. But a lot of talent on this Titans team. Their record doesn't indicate that right now, but I think if they can pull things together, they're gonna make some noise in the horizon.
Looking for their second overall win here tonight and their first within the Horizon League. Have only played 4 games. Some teams have already played 8. Luck of the draw, I guess, in terms of quarantines and canceled games. PJ Pipes turning it on late in this one. He's got 17.
You don't want to get his team second shots, that's for sure. And that's what happened that time. Pipes was able to get it and wide open, and he'll drain that.
Johnson, Davis, Waterman, Cool, and Brandon out there. Brandon trying to scoop this one up. Good hustle, but couldn't keep that right knee in play.
He got down on the floor and got dirty that time, and just too close to the out of bounds line. And right here, you know, the Titans got to be careful. It's a lot of time left in this ball game, and with the 3-point shooting with Davis and with Pipes, they can easily creep right back into this ball game. Not to mention Jefferson.
Jefferson has been cold recently. Just 9 points for him, 3 of 8 from the floor through 19 minutes. Shot clock down to 7. Here he is. No, tipped a couple times, and Cool will get it off for Antoine. The lob for Brandon, readjusted midair that time.
God, jeez. Man, he was up in the air on that one.
Davis double clutched on the other end through his hands. And wow, 2 tough luck misses, and Brandon will finish.
I tell you, that lob was so high in the air that time right there. I thought it was too high. Some kind of way he got his hands around it and just slammed it through the hoop.
We've seen him do that before. He just adjusts in midair like it's no big deal. Floating above the arc below the basket there.
You might see him on ESPN again after that one.
Either one. He had that nice rising one from the baseline as well. Down the lane, blocked, but a foul. Fouls have not been an issue for the Titans here today.
Right here, you can see this lob way up in the air right there on a dead run. He catches it and slams it right through the hoop. You know, Chris Brandon can be a highlight reel. There's no question about that. Just haven't got it going the way he had it going last year. Had the wrist injury and, you know, all the setbacks with the games, but with, you know, consistent playing time out on the floor and him running the floor, he's got to be one of the most athletic guys and one of the best defensive playing guys in the Horizon League.
20 minutes here tonight. Mike Davis has allowed him some time to play through things a little bit here today. Jefferson misses the second, and Brandon is there to deny the second chance. He has 6 rebounds to go along with 6 points.
He's capable of a lot more than that.
He was a double-double machine in the middle of the year last year. It was almost a sure bet. Davis.
Davis is showing you a little bit of a variety of all of his stuff here.
A smile. He's having a little bit more fun these days. 22 points for him. And that's the key, right? Loosen it up.
Got to have fun. It's a basketball game. There's no question about it. It's a game. Enjoy it.
His dad said as much. He's adjusted his shot a bit back to what it used to be, and just got to get that mental lift off of you, as it's been there kind of all season. A lot of shots have gone in and out, but today 22 points and 8 rebounds. There's another look at the dunk right in your living room. The Titans with a nice lead, 80-57. 80-57, the Detroit Mercy lead here. The spirited huddle here today. That bench has been active, cheering, smiling. These guys coming back on the floor have smiled a bit as well.
With those magical minutes right now, 4 minutes left in the ball game, do you hold on, or do you allow this team? There's plenty of time for Green Bay to get back in it right now. And do you keep your concentration level up and continue to keep playing the kind of ball game you've been playing all afternoon?
Well, the last thing you want is a mental victory going into tomorrow for Green Bay. Yes, it's tomorrow, and it's on short time. It's a 5 p.m. tip because of Green Bay's travels when they get out of Callahan here. Davis, Brandon, Johnson, Waterman, Cool out here for Detroit Mercy. It's Pipes, Stieber, Ansong, Kellogg, and Moore.
Tell you what, the double teams are coming right now for Davis. He's, you know, they ran 2 people at him that time, not allowing him to get his groove going off the dribble that time.
Cool has been cooled off a little bit in this second half, but regardless, the way he's put things together, 19 points, 6 of 7 from the field, 5 of 5 from 3. He's got 6 rebounds and a couple steals through 34 minutes of action. He's played a lot of minutes in the last 5 games for Mike Davis's team.
He's a guy that he's got a lot of confidence in him. He's been playing a lot of minutes all season long.
His last 3, 40, 41, 39. Might be near that again here today, depending on how he finishes. A rare miss as well for Johnson today. His first from 3.
But they don't want to take the quick shots right now. They need to work the ball around, burn clock, you know, take the shots when they're there.
Pipes fading away through the hands of Brandon. Tipped enough for Davis. And they'll do just that again, slow it down. They shot 62% in the first half. Second half a little bit better, 67 for a combined effort of 64.4. 16 of 25 from 3. 1 away from their program record, tying it at least. They've done it twice.
Matt having a tough time. He had to force one up on the buzzer, came down, missed another long one, and that time loses the ball on a drive. Last 3 trips down the court, he's struggled at the offensive end.
Donovan Moore, Schaefer, and Kellogg into the ball game. Guys that have seen just a little bit of action here today, but a little bit more as Will Ryan sees this game out of reach. 80-57 with 2:18 left.
The zone defense has been effective from beginning to end here for the Titans.
$16 turnovers for Green Bay, 19 for Detroit Mercy. A lot of those coming in the first half for both of these 2 teams. Davis gets fouled, knocked it down anyway, and a big smile afterwards. He's cruising along here today.
Got to be happy to see that basketball fall down. He's, you know, right here you can see him. He's been putting that ball on the floor, trying to find his rhythm. No double team that time, pulled up from deep. And that's the Davis that we've been accustomed to seeing. We saw him do a lot of that last year. Struggled so far this year, but we know he's capable of having these type of ball games.
25 points for Antoine here today, following up an 18-point performance versus Oakland a couple weeks back. His 47th career 20 or more game.
See, he's well beyond that 3-point line right there and shooting it with a lot of confidence that time. And I think that's going to be it for him this afternoon.
See the cutout, give him a thumbs up behind him there. 84-57. $1:42 left in this one. Kellogg runs baseline. Titans still playing hard defensively. Pink into the basketball game. Liedl in there as well. along with the debut of Kyle LeGrier, the Detroit native out of Cass Tech.
From Detroit, these guys are guys that come to practice and work hard every day and wait for that opportunity to get a chance to get a little bit of playing time. And Detroit, with some breathing room, able to put these guys in and give them a shot.
LeGrier's played some games here at Callahan Hall with Cass, playing their PSL final here in the Operation Friendship game between them and the Catholic High School League as well.
Definitely was a standout for Cass Tech, and only a freshman right now, and they're looking for him to develop and give a big contribution to the Titans.
Pink barreling his way in, kisses it off the glass and in.
That's what you want to do when you get this time. It's important. You want to go out there and show something, and is able to get to the basket and get in the scorebooks.
Bench goes wild for him as well. You love to see that. Mike Davis talked to me before the game about building a team play. You know, that means passing it 5-6 times, cheering for your guys, being happy with the role that is given to you. You see some guys starting to settle into roles. You see them playing a little looser. It's one game, so don't, put too much into it, but it's a big one off a long quarantine and pause.
I actually think it's a talented team once they get an opportunity. We've seen a lot of things happen already this season with guys coming in late, guys not being able to play, and this team not just, really having it all together.
Ansong, good chippy play as he's able to slam it home on the other end. Soft touch for Manny Ansong, the native of New Jersey, 6'4", junior forward, a guy they're looking to really develop as his career unfolds. And Detroit Mercy is going to dribble the time off. Kyle LeGrier has the honors of that. His team is an 86-61 winner here today. Their second of the season and their first of 5 in this Horizon League slate.
I tell you, that's a huge win for the Titans coming back after a long layover. And, when you're in these series like this and you got 2 games in 2 days, it's always good to get off to a good start and get that first victory, because they'll have to bounce back early tomorrow when Green Bay will be right back in the building. So Titans got something to feed on. They got the intensity going and the shots falling, and they have to continue to keep doing that.
They snapped the 3-game winning streak of Green Bay. They beat Youngstown, Oakland, and Oakland in tight games overall between those teams, but a good victory here today. They shoot 66% from the field compared to 41% on the other side, but the big opportunity throughout this game for both of these teams, how well they shot the 3. 17 makes for Detroit Mercy here today. We'll see you tomorrow at 5 right here on ESPN+.